Okay, top 5 things I'm gonna miss about Star Wars. Number 1, that opening blast of John Williams' score, where even if the movie turns out to be bad, it starts out feeling like the best movie ever. Number 2, whenever a weird new puppet alien shows up and all the humans act like it's totally normal. Number 3.
I forgot that he has just like all of these weird things. Like, I don't know.
Well,
like,
I'm assuming...
Yeah, like he loves the Luke milking thing. He thinks it's fucking great.
In fairness, this, I think he's doing like a breakup thing, right? Like oh, what I'm gonna miss about this person, and these are just arbitrary random things, I imagine.
I guess I wish he would put less time into his stupid, unfunny skits and more time thinking.
Oh, see, Mauler, this is why EFAP is said to be forefront of harassment against directors and fellow YouTubers. These comments, oh my god! Like,
well, that means you're at the forefront too. Just saying.
Yeah, you're
I'm
associating with me.
I'm in the front row.
So if we go down together.
Yeah,
we all going down.
I'll drag you with me, kicking and screaming in my little fucking pumpkin.
We're all going to internet jail. Everyone here.
There's room in this pumpkin for both of us.
Horny jail. I'm sorry.
Hell yeah. You're what? Horny jail? Yeah.
Horny jail. That's the only kind of
slimy on the inside.
I thought it was called the Jail of the Horn. Like, that's the respectable term.
Yeah, but we're not respectable people here.
Yeah.
Think again, idiot.
Just being there,
doing
doing stuff,
Willems.
making Wookiee sounds. Number 4, the jumps to light speed. When everything pauses and the stars stretch out and you realize that you breathe in every time it happens. And number 5.
Yeah, no, I don't.
I mean, it takes so long for him to do it. I assume a breath is taken in that time, but probably about as far as I'd go.
I feel like this is the kind of thing that sounds smart and observational because you don't think about whether or not it's true when you listen.
Let him gush, God, he just wants to talk about. I'm waiting for the more, interesting part. This is more the just weird part.
Maybe he really does. Maybe he really does do that.
Star Wars sounds. That humming buzz of the lightsabers, the way Kylo Ren's has that little crackle, the way TIE fighters scream as they fly in.
I'm noticing that all of this is very superficial stuff.
Yeah.
Very surface level, very superficial, very brain just notices lights and sounds kind of thing.
Star Wars has the all-time best sounds in all of cinema.
I wouldn't go that far.
Over the years, Star Wars and I have
our own... I mean, I wouldn't want to go that far with like anything. It's a bit of a bold claim,
Well,
They've got good sound design.
Especially about sound design.
Yeah.
I would like, if you said most iconic, I could be like, there's definitely an argument there.
Sure. Yeah, iconic sounds. I'm thinking stuff like the T-Rex's roar from the Jurassic franchise.
Yeah, but that's nowhere near like the hum of a lightsaber.
Well, no, but it would be in that category is all I'm saying. Like, I was going to name a bunch, but then I realized that there's no point. We already know which ones I'm talking about, but yeah.
But 2 years ago, our relationship was the best it's ever been. I felt so optimistic about the future. Of course, not everyone.
Like, Patrick Willems, the kind of N-word who watches TLJ, and he's like, yeah, optimism. I feel incredible optimism. The ending of The Last Jedi is just so I just feel so optimistic about Star Wars.
Well,
as it burns in the background and smolders.
On the surface, they tell you it is. Like, the end, they're like, we're gonna rebuild the rebellion, and Luke died a hero. Yeah. While we're all like, Jesus, what just happened? What was all
it's
that?
like the whole, well, obviously Poe is incorrect because Leia slapped him and said he was wrong, so that must be the truth.
He actually was incorrect at the end, where he just ditched everyone. He was like, fuck it, our only hope of winning, despite being a relative suicide mission, we're just gonna call it off halfway through it. Because people are dying, which was always what we expected. That crate is such a disaster. But yeah, TLJ is a very depressing film.
In this video, I'm going to occasionally say positive things about The Last Jedi.
Lol.
Lol. You try to squeeze that into all of your fucking Star Wars videos because you have to try and win everybody over in this losing battle.
Well, I'm starting to actually believe that. Is that the point of every Star Wars video he ever makes? Is to just try and be like,
He's like Custer at Little Bighorn, trying his best, knowing he's fighting a losing battle.
To leave a comment on your way out about how I don't know anything about movies, and have a great day.
I mean, I guess you know what they are. But...
Get on with it.
We all get told that. All reviewers get told they don't know a fuck all about movies. So welcome to the club, buddy.
Actually, you got it wrong. Yeah, you'll
There
do
is
that.
always some idiot in your comments who thinks they know better than you.
Shut up, Theo. You don't know anything about movies.
In this case, they're right.
I don't know if I trust French fries that are 99 cents.
Fair. It's fair.
Oh, that frame
How many times are we gonna do this? It's like, I feel like we still haven't started the video. We're far in.
Yeah. I like this movie.
So much beating around.
Why are we doing? Shut up!
For fuck's sake, dude.
I don't care.
So is he talking about the Rise of Skywalker now?
No, TLJ. Well, he's talking
Okay,
about. Apparently, it starts with TLJ. That's where our story starts, and he likes it.
alright.
It's like, that's fine. It's okay. It was made legal by John Adams fucking 100 years ago. Or some shit. You're fine.
The Last Jedi was the Star Wars movie I didn't know I wanted until I saw it. It gave me all the stuff I generally want to see in a Star Wars movie. Space battles, lightsaber fights, all my favorite characters, funny droids and aliens. I mean, goddamn Puppet Yoda shows up in this thing.
Very
It's like a
superficial
12-year-old talking to me.
Okay.
And then there was that bit where Iron Man punched the silver Iron Man, and I thought
That was so
good,
cool.
because There
It
were
gave me
like two Iron
everything-
Mans fighting each other.
That was so cool. They just
I'm sure he'll get into deeper stuff. Let's
Yeah.
give him the chance to do that.
Yeah,
It's been
Thing.
little fart
Didn't
noise.
just recycle the greatest hits of the
Ooh,
original
what's he
trilogy.
eating? I want to judge
It
him.
had a new perspective on what Star Wars could be, and what just recycled the
I'm getting some weird tism with the video.
What's he
Yeah,
eating?
I
It's
need
a
to
hot
roll it
dog.
back to like.
It's a hot dog. He took one bite in all that distance.
I'm just gonna
Oh,
point
that
out
shit's
this with his
cold.
jacket. His shirt just says "Directed by John."
No, it's in John.
Oh yeah, it is.
By John.
I like
No,
John.
he's the
Until I
brother
saw
of that
it. For
one
himself, huh?
Huckleberry Finn character.
John. No, John is
Oh,
the
it's
host
John
of
who
EFAP
was on
replaced
EFAP.
you, Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, I rolled
I guess
it back.
he's.
It gave me all the stuff I generally want to see in a Star Wars movie. Space battles, lightsaber fights, all my favorite characters, funny droids and aliens. I mean, goddamn Puppet Yoda shows up in this thing. But it didn't just recycle the greatest hits of the original trilogy. It had a new perspective on what Star Wars could be and what it could do. It felt
It could do exactly the opposite of what it did before.
What it could be and what it
Whoa.
could do. Okay.
Yeah, it certainly did. That. Yeah.
Have you
Okay.
But have you considered like what if the thing you weren't expecting though?
Yeah, it was
Have
shit.
you
We didn't
considered-
expect
yeah,
it to
but-
be shit, so it must be good.
Have you guys considered? Yeah, but what if nothing?
Oh.
Yeah.
What if it was nothing?
Wow.
aesthetically like a part of the series while bringing in new filmmaking influences. The end of this movie left us with Star Wars in a place it had never been before.
You're well.
I
mean-
agree.
Yeah, you're right.
Like
I mean, every movie has done that. That's a really like unless he's gonna qualify that with
Depressing?
something.
Depressing dead end. Like
yeah. Even at the Revenge of the Sith, after you watch all the Jedi get fucking slaughtered and the Empire take over the galaxy, you're like, this is still less depressing than the end of the Last Jedi.
You know what it goes into though.
True. It leads to the wonderful OT where Emperor Tismtine gets thrown down a hole. Not
We
killed.
barely
though.
got to see Yaddle.
True.
And in his place, a conflicted, complex character moving into the role
No.
of
Yeah, most people describe him as complex because they don't know what else to say about Kylo. He's complex. He's-
Well, you ask people to
complex when they
follow
do
that
it.
up with something. They say, "Oh, he's so complex." And you're like, "Oh, go on."
He makes unpredictable decisions. That means he's complex.
He often
Yes.
goes against what we understand to be his goals. He is complex.
You know that joke in The Simpsons where
one?
you know the one I'm referencing it, where
no.
the bullies the school bullies are scared of Bart, and then like later in the episode they start beating him up, and they like was like Jimbo says, "Weren't we afraid of him like a day ago?" And one of the other ones just says, "We're complex," and that's it.
That's the way to say it.
central antagonist, with the primary hero moving beyond the old-fashioned ways of the Jedi and
The old-fashioned
Uh,
they were good for
many-
like thousands of years, and she's just amazing now.
What,
I don't know if
Big
that's you
statements,
can sum it
though.
up like
So
that.
give me some examples.
Yeah,
please.
moving past the ways of the Jedi.
way
What
would you
even,
go beyond?
like, in honest good faith, I'm not even sure what he's referring to. Like the fact that, like, what is he talking about? She moved past the ways of the Jedi.
The movie pays lip service to the idea that hey, maybe repressing your emotions is bad, and then it's like that doesn't inform any of the decisions of the characters for the rest of the story, right? That's just sort of like, hey, this was bad. I mean, it informs Luke's decision of why he's there, but like, it's not something that's really examined. It's just, it's the it's hot take. The Jedi were bad.
Well, yeah, I always felt like it was garbage in TLJ. That the assessment of events of the prequels and the Jedi's involvement in them was so one-sided. It's fucking hilarious. Like the idea the Jedi created Darth Vader, you know, it's like, fuck off. Like what how could you sum it up like that? That's
It was the Sith who created Darth Vader.
Nope, it was the Jedi that trained him.
Like, if you think about it, Hitler was also the guy who.
Well, maybe it was the Jedi because they completely ignored Anakin when he was, you know.
Nah, it
showing
was
clear
definitely
signs that there was
Palpatine.
big problems.
The problem is that, well, and Rey tries in the script to be like, Luke, what you're saying is fucking nonsense, when she's like, a Jedi is who trained Darth Vader, and she's like, a Jedi also defeated him or brought him back, and Luke's like, It's like, what?
That's cringe, Ray.
Rey, I disagree. I'm the authority on this subject. I've read all the books.
Agree to disagree.
Right, bro.
The binary light side, dark side concept with the democratization of the Force and the idea.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
the
the EU had that shit and y'all just
Democratization of
scrubbed
the
it.
Force.
What does it mean to have the Force be democratized?
Yes.
It's a democracy now.
No, no.
Demo-
And the-
We
and the
vote on who
idea
has
is
the
he's
Force.
democratize to make something accessible to everyone, which is something we knew from the fucking beginning.
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
I assumed it wouldn't mean that because we already had that. I don't know, that's a weird one.
Like that's
And
the misconception. It's like it's not new. It's just people confuse the idea that now it doesn't take any effort. Now it's open to anyone.
Yeah, which
Yeah,
wasn't cool
exactly.
with the fans. Like, whoa, you can't just have Jedi flying around all over the place doing all kinds of crazy things. You're supposed to be more special than that. But okay.
And
Democracy.
wasn't he saying earlier before the democratization part that it's like the light side, dark side? Was he saying that?
You're
Did I
talking about
hear
how
that
it
right?
breaks away from the binary of the light side and dark side.
Which
Those two
actually,
aren't really.
it's something I'm okay with, but like it doesn't really, does it?
Well,
Does it
that
do
stuff
that?
It doesn't-
existed in the
yeah.
Star Wars universe before Disney decanonized all that.
No, and the problem is the dark side, light side thing still happens at the end of the movie. The democratization of Jedi powers isn't because of the split, going away, quote unquote, of the light side, dark side. In fact, at the end of the movie, there is a clear light side and dark side still.
Yeah,
And
that's
the
actually a lot of people's problem with it. Was that the most
Yeah.
interesting thing was Rey and Kylo possibly teaming up and making this binary a little more blurry, but it was just like, nah, lol.
Yeah, no, that didn't happen at all.
Yeah, that didn't happen. And the
It's
thing
like they,
he's
they,
like,
they
oh,
teased that they might do something and then didn't,
Yeah.
and then confirmed, no, actually, no, not at all.
and the thing he's so
You're
proud
quite
of.
opposite of what you expected.
Yeah, and
Sorry,
the democratization
Ricky.
thing, it's like the default. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. And and like what everyone said, the democratization of the Jedi powers is already the default part in.
Nope, you
Star
had to have
Wars
special
lore, yeah.
blood, apparently. That's how it worked. Even though everyone
Yeah.
criticizes the Jedi for not being able to level have children, it comes from a special bloodline. That makes total sense.
Yeah.
Anyone can be special, not just those descended from certain bloodlines.
Yay.
Star Wars was
Oh,
drawn
he
up
said
in
the
a-
thing that's wrong.
Trilogy.
Well, no, the TLJ introduced that. It's really cool that it introduced that. It's so cool.
Patrick, it's almost like people aren't just mad that you like a film, but are like annoyed that you defend it by saying shit that isn't true.
Why are we doing
Nah,
this?
it can't be that.
No.
The video
Evolve.
titled, "What do we want from a Star Wars movie?" Why are we doing this?
I was gonna say,
no,
Why are we fucking eating hot dogs on the street and you're wasting our time?
What he wants from a Star Wars movie is The Last Jedi.
yeah, I was gonna say, he's doing his preamble. He's got to you got to understand TLJ is good,
Hey,
and then we will be able to understand the rest.
Yeah.
Sponsored time.
Hi guys, it's Patrick Willems. It's 4 a.m. Time for another Why TLJ is good video.
Just wait for the day where you understand it. You're like, okay.
Man, I was so into it.
Okay.
Okay then.
Okay. Good,
How long has
good
he been
for
wearing
you.
that shirt? Like for film purposes?
7.
Oh, stock footage of a
That
city.
feeling
Fucking
lasted
amazing.
for about 5 months, and then suddenly there was another
Whoa,
Star
what is on the frame?
Is this camera supposed to be dirty?
Is my microphone? Is my screen dirty?
Yeah.
Wait, I'm tapped out. Let me look.
Look
Oh.
at there's little gloops.
Oh no, that's just a big fishy in the sea.
No, it's
Is
following
he
the
even a
camera.
different?
Big
He didn't.
fishy.
Oh my god.
Is he
Whale.
using a different camera too?
So sorry,
Guys,
Patrick.
the frame. Do you know the
'Cause-
framing device of this film? It reminds me of this short essay thing that Patrick Willems is doing. It reminds me of How I Met Your Mother and flashback movies where he's talking about the breakup of a relationship. It feels like that. Doesn't
Maybe
it? Or
that
is it
could be
just
what he's
me?
going for. Yeah.
Yeah.
Me documentary vibes, like he's trying to ape the old documentary.
Yeah, but documentaries have information.
Yeah, they do, which is kind of the key distinction.
No,
and
no, but
usually
some of
they
them
go
are
somewhere kind of
accurate. though.
meaningful to what they're trying to say.
Like there's there's documentaries about the flat Earth. Come on.
Those are funny though.
Yeah.
I mean real documentaries.
Because the Earth is flat. What the fuck, Jay?
Like if you get shots of the
Look at this
person
shot. The world is flat. You can tell.
places they're going somewhere, not just wandering around. Where are we, Patrick?
Star Wars. So soon? Yeah, it seemed weird. Solo, a Star Wars story, is less a Star Wars
yeah, his
story
camera's just
and more a
dirty.
series of Star Wars answers to Star Wars questions that no one was really asking. Over the
What?
course of 2 hours
I
and
guess,
15
yeah, he's
minutes,
right there,
the movie
really.
lets us know
Yeah, he's-
how Han Solo got his last name,
Yeah, I can agree with this. Yeah.
Yeah.
how
Yeah.
he met Chewbacca, how he met Lando, how he got the Millennium Falcon, how the Millennium Falcon got that little gap missing at the front, and what the Kessel Run is. I think the movie itself is fine. It looks
No, it's
great.
bad.
There's some
See, like the movie.
It looks great.
It was super
I
dark.
totally believe.
Yeah,
like,
most people hate how it looked.
I totally believe. Like, the thing is that you've already got all those details established in Star Wars. So, if you made a good story that effectively utilizes like the Castle Run and the fucking Millennium Falcon's gap, then what you've done is you've utilized pre-established things to enhance your story. But unfortunately,
Yeah.
that's not what they did. They treated it like a tour around. Like, hey, look, and here's the next thing you recognize.
I was surprised that anybody didn't, like, in production be like, you know the Han Solo naming thing? That's really cringe, dude. Let's not do that.
Not one
Yeah.
person
I
thought,
don't think they know the word cringe in Disney.
Oh.
Oh.
That's not allowed. That's an illegal word. Your
Toxic
social credit Disney score will be deducted
No.
when you think negative thoughts. Yeah.
There's some fun
Negative
stuff in it.
thoughts.
I can't hate
Yeah.
any movie with a train heist, but if you're only going to make
Okay.
one Star Wars
Okay.
movie
Alright.
every year or so, why is this the one you choose to make? This story
Thank
could have
you,
been
yeah.
told as a novel or a comic book miniseries, or honestly,
No, they don't like that stuff. They don't even. They
Reading?
decanonize it
Yuck.
until they make their.
is there anything wrong with making it a film?
Yeah, maybe.
No, I-
Yeah,
Is he
Yeah, what-
suggesting it took a space where something more interesting could have been? Is that what he's saying?
yeah. I think it
No.
is, yeah, and I agree with that take. Good one,
Um,
Patrick.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
I
why?
agree, but like, I don't think it's hard to understand why they did it. They're like, oh, everyone loves Han Solo. This will be a pure
Yeah.
win. It's like,
Yeah, money.
Well, yeah, but like, is he saying that he doesn't understand why they did it, or is he saying that they shouldn't have done it? Because those are very different stances.
didn't he just
And
ask why?
One of them is. Well, hang on. Can you skip back?
I can't do that, and I will.
Thank you.
one
It's too
Star
hard for
Wars
me to do
movie
it.
every year or so, why is this the one you choose to make? This story could have been told as a novel or
Okay,
a
so
comic book miniseries.
yeah. I guess the
Money.
good faith interpretation is still that he's using it as rhetorical advice to be like, okay,
Well,
why
maybe-
have like of all the good stories you could tell, you choose this one? Why? Come on, like I
Maybe-
would.
I
phrase-
assume that is what he's meaning here.
Well, yeah, but maybe he would respond to the money argument as like, come on, any of them would have made money or something like that.
yeah,
Except
I
this
don't know.
one.
Well, that's the funny thing is that the safe money-making one didn't manage
Mm.
to get the money it was supposed to. So
Series or just an article on Wikipedia. But by
Oof.
making it a movie, the message it sends is that Star Wars is more interested in its past than its future. That it would
What?
rather fill in little gaps in.
I mean, it's a prequel.
Yeah, I don't think that. Yeah, I wouldn't say that George Lucas is more interested in Star Wars past than its future because he made the prequels. Like, I'm
Like-
fine with the ideas of prequels and what they do. This one just seemed super unnecessary.
I've got to say I'm on Team Patrick here. Like, I feel like what he's saying makes a lot of sense. It's like it's going through being like, hey, remember the thing? Here's how it happened. It's like the prequels themselves, despite their flaws, are interested in telling their own story. Like
Yeah.
they would. whereas Solo is just a tour around things you recognize. Like,
there are things that they do stuff in Solo that's beyond just filling in origins and gaps. If you list them, there's like 7 or whatever, but that doesn't cover even like 10% of the film.
Do you remember the scene where they do an origin for
His gun.
Han calling, not his gun, for Chewbacca? That's long. I can't call you all of that. You're gonna need some kind of nickname.
Yeah.
What do I call you?
That's what I mean, like...
Filling in that gap. I could never have seen how that might happen organically.
So, if I'd attribute anything wrong with this film to high concept, like, I think you can do some story from Han Solo's past. I think that's fine. It's just the film's bad.
Yeah, I would say the plot line is filled with
But, like,
problems.
Yeah, but like, it is sort of obsessed with going over like, hey, remember this?
Well, they have like, you know, I don't want to be in the position where I'm defending Solo, but they have like a Star Wars mafia. They have the train
right now,
heist.
defending Solo or defending Patrick Willems.
I'm defending Patrick Solo from Willems and you. Words. So, what I'm suggesting is that the film was trying to do some new shit, despite being a prequel. We can meme on it forever about all the stupid decisions it made to fill in past plots. We can't pretend that that's the only thing in the film. There's plenty of other things. We go to plenty new places. Yeah, sure. We meet new people. We got a brand new character in Han Solo's history that she's tied in with, and you could be like, it's tied in with Darth Maul. See, they're obsessed with the past. It's like, I mean, storyline-wise, in canon, he's alive at this point, and this is the story they've got for him. So I don't know that that counts as obsessing over the old rather than telling something that we haven't seen yet. Like, I don't know how we categorize that exactly. Because I agree that superficial, like, you're Han Solo, that's your name now. Oh, that's how he got the name. Oh, versus, what's Darth Maul up to then? What's he doing? Like, he's got a whole organization, he's planning on stealing stuff from people, and I don't know. Like, I think it's all cringe, but I just don't know that it's like, oh, you're obsessed with the past. Like, this is a prequel, of course there's gonna be past shit in it.
But, like, it is fucking obsessed with going through and, like, touring. Like, that's such a it's like, such a blatant motivation.
Are they focusing on nostalgia because of the reaction the old fans got to the previous movie, which was The Last Jedi?
I think this movie was almost done by the time TLJ came out, so...
It's more TFA, like, kind of stuff. It's like, hey, look at this. It is, it's just a parade.
I mean, I agree, because the sequel trilogy is a lot of, like, remember the OT while we stab it in the back? It's just like, okay, it's a very conflicted interest, but, yeah, I think they would have considered this safe, but there's still stuff in there that goes beyond, hey, remember Star Wars.
Yeah, there is. I won't
like a giant Cthulhu space monster. I'm not gonna say that that was a good choice, though. It was a weird choice.
I think it could have made I think I agree that you could make a good story out of this. It's just that the way they told it was pretty bad.
But Darth Maul turned on his double lightsaber and it was so cool.
Yeah, even though it was a force projection, right? He turned on the double lightsaber that intimidated.
Hey, I'm gonna use this on you when we meet up in future if you don't do what I say, okay?
Maybe like he'll use force lightning on her, even though he's a projection, because they could do that now.
He can do
that. It's weird. It's like if I was calling someone to try and intimidate them, and I just randomly cocked my gun to try and like really intimidate them. Whoa! Like, oh shit, this guy is really means business. This guy's fucking serious.
Have you just been holding a gun this entire time?
Yeah, of course.
Oh no. I always keep it next to me. I've got 2 next to me, but this one's just around.
Nazis.
This one's just more handy. I mean, I picked it up like a couple seconds before I spoke.
Because he knew what he was gonna say. See?
Yeah, I planned ahead.
That's good writing.
I'm practicing safe trigger discipline and all that good stuff.
Some people call that a plot hole. I think that's perfectly set up. We already knew he had guns. You know.
That's true. Yeah.
It's consistent with his character. I approve.
The problem now is that since it was loaded, now I have to take the magazine out and I have to put the round back into the magazine and then I have to. But you know, it was all worth it. It's all in service of a point, which is fine.
Hey, Rex, shoot your monitor. Do it. Shoot your monitor.
Like a screenshot, or
the bullets will come out of the screen.
No, it's expensive and it's illegal to discharge a firearm within city limits.
But do it anyway.
Boogie.
Oh no.
Wait, is it actually within city limits? Like, you can't have a shooting range with...
No, so if you have it, you can have a shooting range within city limits, but those are like special places. You can't like
Alright.
go out and just shoot within
that
city
makes sense.
limits. Like having this gun store I normally go to, Arkansas Armory. They have an indoor shooting range there, but that's like its special thing, and you probably have to get like permits, and they have to check it, and make sure it's safe and all that stuff. But yeah, you can't go plinking out in your backyard.
That's
What if it's for
a good sensible
self-defense?
law. I approve.
That is a good sensible law. Yeah.
Well done,
What if-
America.
I'd say it's a sensible,
What?
good law.
There's a lot of rules involving guns.
Why?
Rags, how about why? Rags, I have a
Why?
question. Rags, I have a question. What if it's for self-defense? And it's
Yeah,
within
if
city limits?
if you're using it for a legitimate self-defense purpose, you could you could discharge it within city limits, and that's that's if it's a justified defense situation, then yeah, you're all good. They're not going to be like, yeah, but it was in the city, so gonna have to write you up. Thank goodness you're still alive, so you can pay this fine. You know, it's not like that.
About
Would
the
it be
whole...
would it be a fine if you just charged your gun right now?
Yeah. So I'd probably get in trouble with the people who own the building because I rent. I would get in trouble with the police because I discharged a firearm in a residential area. Obviously, there'd be a safety concern if it went out the window and kept going and hit something or damaged someone else's property or hit somebody else or something like that. And that would make it, then that would be bad. I don't know exactly what would happen in terms of would I still be able to own guns? Would I get, It depends. But for something like that, like if I just shot a bullet out my window, then they probably wouldn't be able to own guns anymore.
What I was going to say about the whole lightning through the hologram. We know that you can use the Force through it, like Vader does it in Snoke. And I was curious, if Darth Vader was to be strangling someone, and then someone on the other end switches the hologram off, does it stop? It's like, you suck. Good work. If you had the remote controller in your hand whenever he's about to do it, and you're like, don't do it. So it's the best protection.
Backstory, then move forward. I'm honestly kind of relieved it wasn't a hit, because it saved us from getting a whole wave of prequel movies about young Yoda and young Tarkin and young Dexter Jetster. I mean, hey.
But those things could be really good.
Yeah, they could be good. Also, remember, you said you liked Solo. You seem to say some pretty nice things about it.
I thought you did, yeah. Like, it being something from the past doesn't like, the idea that if Star Wars were a full real thing, I'm sure Yoda's history is probably pretty fucking interesting. Same for Tarkin.
He's 900 years old, yeah, a lot of shit probably happened.
On the people telling the story to make it fucking interesting.
I want to see how Yoda and Yaddle met.
Exactly.
I guess. And that in chat, how many guns do I have?
Jar
I have
Jar
about 20. I already have a 1911, so that's all set.
I want to see Jar Jar getting exiled for being clumsy.
We need that story.
Oh yeah, I do too.
I would
Honestly,
honestly
what did you do? What did
Jar
you do
Jar
that was so
so-
clumsy you got exiled from a city?
Well, it's like, has anyone here seen Misfits? I know Mola has.
No.
It's where there's a guy who tells a story in that where he community service stealing some pick and mix. Which do you have pick and mix? Do you know what that is?
No.
So that's like just like at a store.
A buffet
or
of sweets, and you have a limit on weight.
And you
Okay.
get charged by weight. You scoop them into a little bag. You get charged by. And he's
Okay.
like he's doing community service as a young offender, and like the story he tells is always, oh yeah, I got caught for just like eating some pick and mix out of the tub. I was like, everyone's like, oh, that's bullshit. You wouldn't get a community service just for doing that. And then like you see the actual thing happen in like a prequel episode where he eats some pick and mix, and then he manages to escalate the situation where he gets called out for it to a point where he stabs the guy who calls out for it in the hand. And you're like, oh yeah, that makes. I imagine Jar Jar where he knocks over a vase or something, and some guy's like, hey, could you pay for that vase? And Jar Jar throttles him to death. That's what I want to think happened. It would add a new dimension to.
That would be
Jar
a new
Jar's
dimension,
character.
I agree.
It would make him complex.
That is so true.
Kylo.
I mean, we've talked about it a lot. I think Disney Star Wars should give Jay and I a $1 million budget, and we can make a Jar Jar prequel movie.
It would be genuinely better than half the shit you've made.
Actually, I'm cool with
Guaranteed.
it being a Jar Jar sequel movie. Like, we'll put him into the sequel universe, and we'll just follow him around. It's gonna be really good. Trust me.
Well, like I'm pretty sure, like a goal. If you were writing the sequel trilogy, a goal would be to bring back Jar Jar and have the audience like think it's funny instead of like go, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Pretty sure the audience, at least the EFAP audience, are more endeared to Jar Jar than they are any character from the sequel trilogy. So they would be relatively happy to see him.
No,
Jar
like,
Jar's
I
just
feel like
obnoxious. He
I'm more
doesn't
into,
destroy
like-
anything.
I feel like I'm endeared to to Poe than to Jar Jar.
Poe.
Meh.
Poe?
Mm,
Poe is meh.
Poe is pretty meh.
Yeah, but like Jar Jar is negative.
Wouldn't
I-
say negative.
I mean,
don't
like,
know, man.
yeah,
in the world of the
but it's
sequels, I don't know.
Poe
I
is
would
like,
just, it would put a smile on my face to literally see him.
yeah, I'd like to
If I
see
see
him.
Poe, I'm like,
I like, you know how like proud the actor is of his characters, of his work doing Jar Jar. Like how disappointed he got when people didn't like the character. He put so
Aw.
much effort into it.
I
That's it.
I
I
want to give him his chance.
I just feel I'm shocked he thought people would like it.
Yeah, I'm surprised as well.
I mean, I don't revel in his misery, but I'm shocked that he thought people would like it.
Yeah, I mean, you see him talk, like interview about it. Oh,
Yeah, I really liked it.
What if he did it all in Jar Jar's voice? He's really trying to nail the complex character that Jar Jar was. He was staying in character.
whole interview in Jar Jar's
Yeah.
voice. Right.
Me to no understand why I said they didn't like some my
Well,
character.
there's a part in that interview where he talks about his attempted suicide.
Yeah.
That in Jar
Yeah.
Jar's voice would be something interesting.
I don't think
He's
the world
trying
is
to
ready
kill
for
me.
that kind of juxtaposition.
But nobody gonna be upset when I kiss them myself.
But yeah,
Oh my-
he seems like a really nice dude.
Yeah, I'm sure he's probably a nice guy. Yeah.
We'll get back to that.
All right.
Why? I don't want to.
Ooh.
Oh,
When I
it's
hear
Star
people
Wars
say The Mandalorian is the best thing to come out of the Disney era of Star Wars and shows why Jon Favreau should be put in charge of this franchise, I am just baffled. Like, totally.
Yeah, me too, man.
I'm
I
not
don't know.
I'm not baffled. I totally understand why
probably is
people
one of
have
the
that
best
wrong
things.
opinion.
Okay, actually, yeah, I agree with that.
It could be one of the best things to come out of Disney Star Wars.
I mean, I
Um,
guess relatively, but no,
So the
because it's
full,
better
full
than
roster is the
TLJ and
five.
Rise of Skywalker and The Force Awakens.
Yeah, 5 movies and The Mandalorian. Is that that's our pickings?
Oh, I think Rogue One is probably better than The Mandalorian. I've not seen The
Yeah, I
Mandalorian.
need to see
Probably,
Rogue One again.
yeah.
I'm guessing
I'll
based-
tentatively say that it is
Yeah.
because Rogue One would have to be terrible to be worse than The Mandalorian.
Rogue One like holds up in a lot of ways.
Oh, careful.
It-
That's a
it
hot
pr-
take.
Oh.
Because Mando's like 3 out of 10. Like it's really bad. But I would still say Rogue One's probably better.
Like I said, I just don't remember enough of it. We need to watch it again.
Yeah, but yeah.
Profound confused. Well, okay, I'm not really that confused because I think I understand. I just disagree. The Mandalorian is the kind of Star Wars story we always said we wanted to see. About a bounty hunter kicking ass through the galaxy, meeting alien scumbags, exploring new planets in a time we haven't seen before. But, at least for me, it turned out to be a lot less exciting than I imagined. This all gets back to
It's like Mandalorian doesn't shit all over Star Wars. That's why
Yeah.
people really like it, and a huge deal of it is that it's that whether it's subconscious or they're fully aware of it. Mando doesn't destroy. Wow, Mando doesn't destroy characters. Mando doesn't ruin anything really. Mando's relatively self-contained, tracking fobs aside. So you can easily just look at Mando and be like, oh, wait, these, even though the individual stories are really poorly written and the characters are shit, and there's a lot of plot problems, and the narrative is confusing, it's inoffensively bad. It's not shitting on Luke. It's not destroying beloved characters
The
or
Force,
messing with the universe or the
hyperspace.
Force. that's why it seems so good, and I think why it's so beloved.
Oh yeah, you got to listen to all of this thinking the reason that he thinks that Mando is the best thing to come out of Disney Star Wars is a bad take is he's thinking, well, like, okay, it's good, but like clearly TLJ is better.
Of course,
Yeah,
that would be his issue. But
That's the vibe I'm getting.
at the same time, he says it's just not that exciting. Is his issue? Which is like, all right.
Is that I think this is just an extension of him defending the Last Jedi. That's just me. I think I agree with Jay here.
Imagine my shock.
If
Yeah.
the take was it's the second best thing behind TLJ is the best Star Wars content, he'd probably be like, yeah, that's true. For Disney's era, anyway.
I don't know where he rates like Solo and TFA and Rogue One.
Someone said, Rags, what about the introduction of Force healing? So I just said Mando was a 3 out of 10. So
You said it was like self-contained and didn't damage the other parts of Star Wars
Yeah,
much.
not as much. I mean,
in
they're
terms of release, it actually introduced Force healing before Rise of Skywalker did too. So
yeah, they set that up to sort of, I think, soften the blow. The way that they time that all out. But yeah, it's definitely a problem. But it's not. It does cause issues with the world. Like I have a whole section on how tracking fobs basically ruin every episode of Star Wars.
Someone just super chatted would be relevant. How is Mando a 3 if TLJ is a 3 when Mando is definitely better?
Oh, so
It's
there we have 10, right? We have a you can't be a 0 because that wouldn't qualify as a movie to be. You have to be at least something. So you have 1 to 10, theoretical 10, right?
Now, there are
So
thousands upon thousands of films,
Yes.
hundreds of thousands. So to fit them all in, we're looking at high 3s and low 3s are all going to be called
Yeah.
3.
Yeah, it's not exact. They're not like all 3s aren't exactly identical, but they're still 3s. Like Mando isn't good enough to be bumped up to the what I consider the Force rank. Because remember, we only have 10 little pips on this scale of ours that we're
Mhm.
using. That whole out of 10 thing is very non-exact, right?
It's just so that
but
it's
if we're
translated
using
in the
this-
simplest way whereabouts we place it.
Yeah, like if we're turning this into an out of 100, you'd have TLJ, which could be like a 29, and you could have Mando, which is a 34, right?
Yeah.
And they'd both be 3 out of 10.
And I would caution, Mando really is, like, we went through all of it. Structurally, it's a disaster, but it's just not as offensively bad. It doesn't piss you off as much, I would argue.
Okay.
A lot of
A
people.
3 is really low, Rags. Really low. Be careful. Like, no, it's a 3.
Yeah, we're pretty
It's
confident.
full of issues. Yeah, absolutely.
It's not an episode
I
that isn't
will-
riddled with problems. It's only we're trying to be fair. Like that's just what
Yeah.
the rating is. And again, people like it should be that TLJ's a 2. It's like, guys, 2. We're looking at Batwoman, where basically nothing is fucking functioning anymore, but the reality of the world is still intact. And then 1 is where that gets broken to.
Yeah, that's Crisis on Infinite Earth, where you pretty much just have the definition of a story essentially is all that's intact, but it's otherwise nonsensical.
And yeah, of course. So people are asking, like, so high 3 is it 3.5 plus? Would it be the 4 then? It's like no. So high 3 would be 3.4. Low 3 is 2.6.
They're both bad, okay? That's the point we're trying to make here. Someone said, I don't know if this is a very objective scoring system. I know.
It's just a stand-in.
It's something out of 10.
It's a stand-in system. It's not supposed to be
Yeah.
some kind of like.
It's a quick way of us explaining in a very simplistic way, just quickly, kind of just what do we think of something?
Well, so the only way to give an objective like rating out of 10 is if
you cut out.
Is if we what?
The only way to give like an objective rating out of 10 would be if you very clearly define standards and how something meets those standards. You can't just be like, this is objectively a 4 out of 10. What are your standards? That's
well.
how
Then
good
every
it is.
time, well, it would be every time someone asked, we'd have to go through every single individual problem with it, and that's just not that you can't do that. So
Yes,
we
you can.
just simplify it by well, I mean, it's logically possible, but it's not realistically going to happen.
Why?
Because I got shit to do.
Yeah, we're already the longest people on the internet, right? So
Seems like you're just a lazy person, Rex.
Yeah.
Look at my math stuff.
Fucking
No, a
cock.
29 would be a 3 out of 10 because it's way closer to the 3. It's closer
Well,
to
it
the
depends
30.
if
the
depends
3.
if you're rounding or like.
We're not in this.
Well, no, you just what you're
And
describing
if we
is
went
rounding.
around, then you just move the fucking decimal point over. But generally, when people do out of 10, it doesn't matter. This is all pointless. This is dumb. I'm not going to entertain this conversation any further.
To what we want from Star Wars.
Chill out, hang on. So yeah, the simplest version is just there are threes that don't mean they're of equal quality. That's all we wanted to say, or at least not from our perception. If something hits a 3 and something else hits a 3, it doesn't mean they're exactly the same. Though I would caution that the vitriol for TLJ is probably generated by not just its failures of writing, but also the kind of failures. They're very annoying. Makes you angry. Because Batwoman makes us very happy, and yet it rates lower than a lot of things that we find fucking god-awful. It's like, yeah, because that's how bad it is. And like I said, it's just a stand-in, just a quick guide where the thing slots in the spectrum, and it's usually based on just how many and how significant problems we find with it. Because someone was saying, like, surely TLJ's reality doesn't work, so that would be a 1. It's like, we're talking literally in infinitisms. They stop the concept of time and space. Like, TLJ's not going that far. It's dumb.
To make this theory work, we're going to have to ignore the concepts of time and space.
Yeah.
Wars. And The Mandalorian is exactly what a lot of people want. It's about a guy who looks just like Boba Fett, so he's basically Boba Fett. And he teams up with
he's an incompetent buffoon.
Yeah, but so
He's a
is
fucking
Boba Fett.
idiot. He's actually, he might legitimately be retarded.
Boba Fett.
Boba Fett has
like-
one moment of incompetence, and it's more so really bad luck that his jetpack is activated by someone slapping it with a spear stick.
You can't prove that Boba Fett isn't competent.
What?
What?
You can't.
Huh?
Boba Fett's totally competent in Empire.
No.
Is?
No.
He's
What does he do
White.
that's incompetent?
He
yeah.
wears a stupid hat.
Oh, that's fucked
Oh,
up.
that's the hottest take
It's
here.
a helmet.
guys.
It's not a hat. Please. Show
I'm
some
gonna look up- hang
respect.
on, I'm
That is
gonna
a
look up-
lazy
I'm gonna-
categorization, Jay.
Hang on. Hat definition.
I don't accept the I don't accept the dictionary as
As an
an authority on the matter.
Yeah, I guess it's not a hat.
Hey.
Oh, no shit.
a droid who looks just like IG-88. So it's basically IG-88. And they protect a little baby Yoda, who's like Yoda, except he's a cute little baby. It's like a new paint job on the action figures you already have. The Mandalorian doesn't mess with the really important.
I don't agree at all with that. I think they're just familiar aspects of something old, but it's totally superficial. They function totally differently.
Can you do this
Oh,
with
I
TLJ?
I think that might be what he means.
Can you do this with TLJ though? You'd be like,
think-
oh, look at Crate. It's just Hoth with a different paint job. Look at the space battles. It's just space battles with a different paint job. Look at Luke. He's Luke with a different paint job.
Guys, I think I know where he's going with this.
Oh no.
It's old stuff, but I want the old stuff with new ideas or something like that. Kind of like what TLJ did. I think that's I think that's just gonna. Oh my god, this is the TLJ is good trilogy from Willems, right? Like, the first part of his trilogy was his video essay on TLJ. The second part was part 1 of this duology, and this is the final part of the trilogy.
TLJ is good, actually.
Yeah, that's the
A
name of the
video
trilogy,
essay.
right? Yeah, that's it.
stuff. Touch any of the original characters or impact the grander story. It's like watching a Boba Fett action figure walk around classic Star Wars playsets.
What is the difference between a Boba Fett action figure walking around playsets and a Mandalorian walking around actual Star Wars places? Like, how do you distinguish these two? Because it seems as like everything could be called that. He's like, oh, it's like a figurine.
I guess he's saying that it's superficial and doesn't have much meaning.
It's just
That's my
it's
good
just
faith
a
interpretation.
Words. I guess he's trying to. Well, it's very clearly trying to imply that this is just a marketable thing.
I just mean that you could probably do this with everything. Just saying.
Yeah,
It's
like, you
stuff.
could, but I feel like he is making the point that it's just a superficial thing that it doesn't really do anything
Well, I'm not sure where I sit
new
on
or
that,
out of the box.
because Mandalorians do exist. they would be bounty hunting. We're following one of them. I don't understand why that would, like, there's nothing, it's not contrived even. It's very simplistic.
I think he would argue that Mando isn't subversive.
Oh.
I mean, my
I don't think-
expectations were for a really competent bounty hunter to have his actions match his reputation, and my expectations are certainly subverted. I mean, what's more contrived is the fact that Mando is standing right where he is in this clip, walking into the exact same place.
Well then.
There you go.
Doing things you always wanted to see. It's pressing those pleasure buttons that make you go, ah yes, this resembles that Star Wars feeling I enjoy.
Pressing those
And I
pleasure
do
buttons
sort
that
of
make you
enjoy
go,
it.
oh yeah.
But as long as it makes sense, I'm fine with it. I don't care if it's fan stuff, if it makes sense in the universe. Like, if it's
Shut up.
reasonable to expect that kind of thing to happen, I don't care if it's just there to push pleasure buttons.
Oh, right.
It just got to make sense.
You're kind of wearing a t-shirt and a blazer there, buddy. What's going on?
That's not me.
Oh, really?
It's kind of
Oh,
racist that you think that every dog. Wow, unbelievable, unbelievable.
Just looks just like you. I'm so sorry.
Kind of fucked up, dude. I thought better of you.
I
Yeah,
will
that's
say
my-
that the
that's my-
shades aren't pixelated, so that is interesting. That I would
Yeah.
make a
That's my,
mistake.
that's my cousin.
How about these
Frogs.
guys?
Rocks.
Rogs.
Frogs.
Frogs.
The cooler rags. Frags.
Damn right.
Ugh.
How do you feel?
Look
Wearing a
at
thing?
this.
Those
Is he
bad
wearing
boys,
slippers?
No,
Those
that's the
penny
80s.
loafers?
I can't believe it.
Oh my god! But he's not even practicing good trigger discipline. Who's this loser?
Wait, who is?
80s they're Miami Vice, I think. They're from the
Oh.
80s. Someone
Ugh.
sent it to me.
Man, look at that guy on the left. He's dressed like a lesbian.
Something wrong with dressing like a lesbian now?
Yeah, it's dumb.
Wow. I bet you wear
Yeah.
Crocs with socks.
Yeah, with those pointy shoulders and your no socks and your slipper shoes.